ओ, ये तो वो ना টেবিল में শামীম को बोलिए শামীম কে বলো কেস ডায়েরিটা আছে ওটা ওনাকে রিটার্ন করে দেবে হ্যাঁ
কত নম্বর আইটেম নাম্বার 2
please wait for some time the case diary will be handed over to you or you can come after 10 minutes
against Millard cancellation of Millard a trade license. Millard, the situation is really Millard one of a kind and Millard unheard of. Just Millard kindly have a look at private respondent. Millard, just kindly yes. Kindly Millard have a look at page 39, which is Millard the subject matter of challenge. The Panchayat authority, Millard is writing to the private respondent saying that the private respondent has been a savior for them, has opened their eyes, and after getting this application from the private respondent, which I have never seen, the Panchayat has understood that the trade license which was issued to me renewed from year to year was a wrong thing to do. And kindly just have a look at the second paragraph, last two lines. This is shocking. The Panchayat Pradhan says the lease agreement is invalid. So there's no need, to maintain any civil code then.
who is the lesser and the lessee
My father is the lesser, I am the lessee.
oh well, they submitted that what is your business
I run a restaurant. I have annexed photographs. My lord will kindly get the photographs at page 37.
uh-huh. ও এই গ্রুপটা ঠিক করতে হবে তো তো কালকে রাখো এটা টপে কালকে শুনবো আজকে এগুলো এটা করে দিক কস্ট টাইটেল আর কোথাও আছে নাকি
No. This is mistakenly this was filed under group 9. Then there is an order passed.
but this has to be changed the presentation form and the cost title has to be changed
Will correct it. In course of today, will correct it. But there is an urgency. If can hears us, will immediately correct it. My learned advocate on record is here.
who is
Kindly turns to page 36 once. This is the hotel that I have been running for several years. Now, the aides and associates of the private respondent made an attempt to encroach upon the property, which is why a civil suit was filed, and in the civil suit, there was an interim order passed at page 29, followed by an order making the interim order absolute at page 30. If my lord kindly takes the trouble to have a look at page 30, the order passed by a competent civil court. Kindly take page 30, an order of 24th of May 2024. Kindly take the fourth paragraph after the three one-liner paragraphs. This is a suit for declaration wherein it is stated that the pro forma defendants is the recorded owner, my father, of the property. The plaintiff is claiming himself to be a leaseholder for 99 years in accordance with the lease agreement dated December 2015. This is the lease agreement which Pradhan is saying is invalid. Then kindly take the last the last four lines of this paragraph. Hence, the status of the plaintiff as lessee in the suit property has been clouded. Hence, by filing the suit, the plaintiff is praying before this court for declaring that the plaintiff is a lawful lessee in respect of the schedule mentioned property. So, that is the learned civil court is insisting over this issue. Kindly turn over the page. Kindly take the next page towards the middle of page 31. My lord will kindly get a paragraph starting with on perusal of both the schedule. On perusal of both the schedule of the plaint as well as temporary injunction application, it is seen that the description of the schedule property mismatches. But the defendants are admitting, they have been admitting that the possession of the plaintiff upon the schedule should plot the extent of a very small portion of land. Now it is further admitted by the defendants that they have not prayed for eviction of the plaintiff from their allegedly purchased schedule property. When the possession of the plaintiff upon the schedule should plot with respect of only 0.14 cents of land is admitted by the defendants, then the plaintiff cannot be forcefully thrown out from his possession.
The father has transferred the property in favor of private respondents.
No. Milord, they are claiming
So
that
what?
Milord, they have Milord acquired title to the property, which is now Milord being adjudicated upon. I say Milord, I am the lessee. They say Milord, they are the owner. There is a dispute. But kindly, Milord, that is recorded. Then Milord, kindly see the ordering portion. Milord, next paragraph at page 31. Milord, after 4 lines of the next paragraph, 5th line from the top of the next paragraph towards the right hand side, the learned court said, therefore, the possession of the plaintiff, Milord, I was the plaintiff, in respect of such land, which is described in the schedule of temporary injunction application, should be maintained by the plaintiff. The plaintiff should not make any new construction. Then, Milord, the learned court protects my business also, Milord, in the next page. Milord, kindly take the trouble to have a look at, Milord, this next page, that the temporary injunction application is allowed subject to the condition that the possession of the plaintiff in respect of 0.14 cents of land, which is described in the schedule of the temporary injunction application, upon which the plaintiff is claiming to run his business, should be strictly maintained by the plaintiff. So I should maintain the business. The plaintiff should not make any new construction, which I am not doing. And my lord will kindly also take note of the trade license which the Panchayat authorities issued at page 24. This is the trade license issued by the author of that wonderful notice. This is the trade license which was given till 2027. My lord will kindly get the tenure at page 24. The Panchayat authorities issued a trade license upon being satisfied that yes, I am in possession, settled possession, have been running a business for years together. Now at this impugn notice, he says that the lease is invalid and is saying the private respondent, thank you so much, you have opened my eyes. We are covered with so many decisions. I will trouble your lordship with one only at the interim stage today. This is reported at 2018 SCC online Calcutta 7639. Judgment by my lord Justice Boshak. Kindly take paragraph 9. The limited scope of inquiry for a panchayat or any municipal authority, while it comes to issuance or renewal of a trade license, he is not the authority to look into the title. Kindly take paragraph 9. This was on Kolkata Municipal Corporation Act. The provisions are paddy material. My lord knows that. Kindly take 3-4 lines after page 9, paragraph 9. Section 199 of the Act deals with certificate of enlistment for profession, trade and calling. Subsection 2 of section 199 requests municipal commissioner to either grant or reject an application for certificate of enlistment or renewal thereof. After making such inquiry as may be necessary, Vinod Kumar Jalan, a previous decision Shupra, is of the view that the scope of inquiry does not enable the municipal commissioner to decide any question of title to an immovable property. Here, that is in pending adjudication in a civil suit. Abdul Rashid is also of the view that a businessman carrying on business, intending to carry on business, and so on and so forth. Then paragraph 10 also. My Lord Justice Boshak returned the finding that the court authorities are of consistent view that the only inquiry required to be undertaken is whether the applicant is carrying on or intending to carry on any business. And that is all.
Okay.
And here, the Panchayat Pradhan says, firstly, number one, that the lease agreement is invalid, so that my suit becomes redundant, absolutely nugatory. And also, kindly again come back to page 39. There is a reason why he says so. Kindly see his wisdom. I'm sorry to say this. Kindly have a look at paragraph 2 at page 39. What the Pradhan is writing. Kindly take 4th line of 2nd paragraph at page 39. Mr. Bubai Josh, the petitioner before your lordship, his name does not appear in the plot records. He is referring to Porcha, record of rights. Additionally, no lease agreement was submitted. So, he relies on Porcha to decide title to a property and says, I have not submitted lease deed, and then says in the same breath that the lease is invalid.
Okay. That's all.
Milord, before this Milord proceeding, there was another Milord writ petition filed by us. Because Milord, there was a continuous Milord attempt to encroach on our plot of land and police was not doing anything. Milord, my Lord Justice Tirthankar Ghosh, Milord, was pleased, Milord, to entertain our writ petition and Milord, to pass an order in our favor. Milord, at page 33. So, Milord, there is an order passed by suit court. There is an order passed by Milord, an honorable coordinate bench. Law laid down by the honorable coordinate bench says that Milord, the scope of inquiry is limited. He cannot delve into Milord the merits of Milord title or having Milord no title. So, Milord, kindly, Milord, for the time being, at least stay Milord operation of this Milord impugned notice and Milord cancellation of the trade license. Kindly stay that. Let them use an affidavit if they want to do so. Milord, we are ready to Milord argue on merits. But Milord, I must Milord be allowed to run my business.
He doesn't use the term cancellation of trade license.
No,
He
he
makes the
says-
trade license invalid.
Yes,
Yes, invalid.
as if Milord, it were never born.
Well, this is a case, my lord, not of simplicity renewal of trade license. This is a case, my lord, where the trade license has been obtained fraudulently. And that was what, my lord, at the instance of the owner of the, my lord, the land, my lord, this proceeding was initiated. And if your lordship sees, my lord, the order, my lord, the statutory authority has a limited scope, my lord, to advocate, my lord, the granting of trade license, renewal of trade license. And if a fraud is perpetrated in between, my lord, it is within their scope. Title, my lord, I am also, my lord, I cannot also say so. My lord, kindly, my lord, let us, my lord, concentrate on the impugned order against which, my lord, this writ petition has been filed. My learned friend has pointed out, my lord, specifically, but not the entire portion. My lord, I'm reading it out, page 39. With reference to your application, the undersigned conducted a physical inquiry and called Mr. Bubai Jos to submit all necessary documents pertaining to his business. Mr. Jos submitted an online trade registration covering the financial years such and such. My lord, nowadays, my lord, your lordship knows, my lord, everything when is done online, my lord, this verification, scope of verification comes, my lord, subsequently. That was what has been done here. So, my lord, issuing of a trade license, my lord, through portal does not, my lord, ipso facto, my lord, legalizes it. The submitted plot number 409 located in Mauja Nawabhat is registered under the name of Just Restaurant. This is the trade license. However, upon reviewing the records collected from the Banglar Bhumi portal, it was found that the plot number 409 is jointly owned by 9 other individuals and Mr. Bubai Jos's name does not appear in the plot records. Additionally, no lease agreement was submitted by Mr. Josh regarding his business operations on this plot. Instead, Mr. Josh provided a notary public lease agreement. Well, it is not that the Pradhan or the statutory authority is nullifying a lease agreement, lease deed. Well, a notary public lease agreement, well, it is not a lease agreement at all. And well, even if it is taken so.
Come to page 31.
Lordship?
Come to page 31.
Well, 31, well, I'm coming. Well, may I please?
Please come to page 31. Whether this was submitted before the civil court or not.
Well, the civil court, well, the suit.
See, sir. Page, paragraph 2.
Well, paragraph 2, page 31.
So this has been considered by the trial court.
That the
Civil court has considered that this was a misleading by, this was submitted with civil court. Now come to paragraph 4. The defendant, sorry, page 31. Para 4. The defendants have to take due recourse of law for evicting the plaintiff from the purchased property. Now you say that you have purchased the property, fine. The court says that you take due recourse to law.
This is, my lord, with respect to.
Now, since there is a due recourse, now you have not filed any civil suit for eviction. Have you?
3 civil suits are already pending.
No, you have filed for eviction.
3 civil suits
Then
are already pending. My lord, that is.
Let it be adjudicated. How can he say?
My lord, kindly see, my lord. Here, my lord, the civil suits injunction, my lord, is in respect of which plot number, my lord?
No, you have
license.
You have accepted him as a tenant.
No, my lord, I am, my lord.
You have sought for eviction of a licensee or a tenant.
The issue here is on the question of the granting of the trade license in accordance with law.
Okay.
well, will kindly appreciate this thing, well, the granting of trade license in accordance with law, whether it has been done or not. Well, they are neither in possession. They are neither they neither have a right title interest. This property, well, this entire property was purchased by the private respondent, well, through auction sale. All the title deeds are with us. And my lord, the record of rights, my lord,
Your affidavit.
Gopal Josh, my lord, not my lord, the Gopal Josh was the recorded owner ever. Now, by all these fake documents, they have tried to obtain a trade license, which was inquired, my lord, and it was found so. That is, my lord, if your lordship sees the impugned order, your lordship will kindly, my lord, allow me, my lord, to read out the rest portion of the order impugned. My lord, my lord, thereafter, my lord, notary public lease agreement between, my lord, the agreement pertains to plot
There
407.
cannot be parallel proceedings of a civil court as well as the Pradhan.
Civil court, my lord.
Civil court says after you say that there is a misleading statement by the plaintiff, this is a paper transaction, the court has considered and allowed him to continue with the business. Now,
civil court
stating
order.
that the registered lease deed is invalid is as if stating something which has not been considered in court.
No,
You say that the civil court has not considered that.
My lord, it need not be gone into. Question is whether the trade license has been obtained, my lord, fraudulently or in accordance with law.
No, sir.
Yeah, that was, my lord,
Please come, please come.
my lord, kindly.
However,
my lord, kindly comes to.
now you come to the impugned order.
Lordship.
However, this lease agreement is invalid. Now the
No, why?
making
My lord,
the
it has
trade
been-
license invalid is based upon stating that the lease deed is invalid.
not, my lord,
It is not that out of any technicalities it has been declared as invalid.
Subsequently, what has been stated kindly sees, my lord, the writing, the language, my lord, the way it has been put in the order, my lord, that is. My lord,
The applicant is subject.
read the entire order as a whole. My lord, kindly sees the same.
Yes, yes.
However, this lease agreement, because the name of Gopal Josh is not registered in the records of right. My lord, what has been meant by this thing, my lord? If any Gopal Josh is granting a lease
The affidavit of service.
by, and my lord, regarding the issue of interim order, my learned friend has cited, my lord, the decisions, my lord. My lord, there also, my lord, I can, my lord, kindly, my lord, the refers to this decision of Justice Bashar. My lord, here, paragraph 8, my lord, paragraph 9, my lord, my learned friend, my lord, after upon the last line, if your lordship says, Parvinder Singh Supra is of the view that if a trader has a settled place of business, my lord, in that case,
In which
he had a
paragraph?
settled place of business, the municipal authority will not inquire into any dispute with regard to the property and enlist him as a trader. Then, my lord, paragraph 10 also, my lord, says the authority noted above out of the consistent view that the only inquiry required to be undertaken is whether the applicant is carrying on or intending to carry on a business. Here, my lord, the land is, my lord, the roadside land. They have encroached upon and trying to establish that they are in possession. My lord, in the writ petition, my lord, which has been annexed, my lord, the order, my lord, the other writ petition, if your lordship sees the page 34, second paragraph, no interim order was granted. Page 34, second paragraph. In view of the factual differences appearing from the submissions of the respective parties, I direct the respondent number 7 to 10 to file their affidavit in opposition by 12th March. Affidavit of oppositions are ready. This is
The paragraph above that.
they are trying to, my lord, establish their possession in a circuitous manner, which is not the fact. They have, and my lord, the trade license, my lord, the authorities, my lord, the authorities always have a power, my lord, to inquire and verify whether the trade license is genuine or not. It's not that the question of title they will go into. If they have no possession in law, if they have no business there, just simply, my lord, by any means, my lord, they are trying to, my lord, show that they are in possession and they are running a business. And that's why they will get the trade license. Well, this cannot be. This is my submission. Well, let an opportunity be given to file opposition, my lord.
Would I give a short reply?
Affidavit of service filed on behalf of the petition is taken up. Pradhan, sir. Pradhan.
We have served everyone. My lord, we will file the affidavit of service in course of today. Affidavit and file it. We not in course of today.
Good evening.
Everyone is sub.
Mr.
আজকেই
So learned advocate. Acha, on the prayer of the learned advocate for the petitioner, leave is granted to correct the presentation form mentioning the correct classification group, presentation form and cause title, both places. So and so learned advocate appearing for the petitioner also undertakes to file affidavit of service. Learned advocate for the petitioner submits that the petitioner had been carrying on the hotel business in the property comprised within plot numbers 407, 409, 410, jail number 16, Khatian number 553, Mouja, Nobobhat, under PS Bardhaman Sodor under Purbo Bardhaman. Hotel business বললাম? On the basis of trade license granted by the, which panchayat is this? Granted by
বেলকাশ গ্রাম পঞ্চায়েত।
Bilkash Gram Panchayat and renewed from time to time. The trade license of the petitioner is valid till 26-27. Is valid till 2027.
Yes, my yes 20.
27. However, all on a sudden, on 22nd January 2025, the trade license of the petitioner has been declared as invalid by the Pradhan. Who is respond number?
Minute 4.
Respond number 4, Pradhan, Bilkash Gram Panchayat. Holding that the lease agreement is invalid. Lease agreement of the petitioner is invalid. In order to protect his interest, the petitioner has filed a civil suit being title suit number 195 of 2022, claiming his right over the property on the basis of a lease agreement of December 2015 executed by his father in his favor. Upon hearing the parties, the learned trial court, civil court, আচ্ছা এটা না 195 or 2015 যেটা বললাম, সিভিল জাজ জুনিয়র ডিভিশন সেকেন্ড কোর্ট বর্ধমান, second court Bardhaman, has been pleased to pass order of temporary injunction protecting the possession of the plaintiffs in respect of the property in question, and has also directed that the plaintiff shall continue with running the business. By the impugned letter dated 22nd January 2025, the Pradhan, Bilkash Gram Panchayat, has declared the lease agreement invalid, the subject matter of which is pending before the civil court. Therefore, such letter, impugned letter, is out and out bad in law. Relying on a decision of this court passed in Subir Bhomik versus State of West Bengal, reported in 2018 SCC Online Cal 7639. He submits that the Panchayat authority cannot get into, cannot decide the title of a party over the premises in concern. He seeks for stay of the impugned letter dated, stay of execution of the impugned letter dated 22nd January 2025. On the contrary, Mr. Swain So learned advocate appearing for private respondent submits that the license has been obtained surreptitiously by misleading the Panchayat authority and without submitting proper documents, which has been clearly spelled out in the impugned letter of the Pradhan Bilkas Gram Panchayat. Since the petitioner failed to comply by submitting proper documents, the trade license has been declared as invalid. He submits that the impugned letter does not call for interference. He also seeks to file affidavit in opposition. State, who is for the state? State has been served.
Yes.
Despite service, none appears on behalf of respondent number 4, Pradhan Bilkas Gram Panchayat and the state. At the outset, it is found that respondent number 4 has granted trade license on 18th December 2024 in favor of the petitioner for the period 2024-25, 2025-26, 2026-27 for running the trade under the name and style of Josh Restaurant. Josh, JSH. By the impugned letter dated 22nd January 2025, this Pradhan Bilkas Gram Panchayat has declared the trade license issued earlier in favor of the petitioner as invalid, holding that on the basis that the lease agreement submitted by the petitioner is invalid one. The where it is? Where it is written that the permission of other owners have not been taken?
Third line of the second paragraph.
Where it is written that the consent has not been obtained. Please, sir. কি বললো? Needless to mention that a civil suit has been initiated by the petitioner, being title suit number 195 of 2022, wherein the petitioner has claimed his right over the property on the basis of lease agreement. The civil court has passed the following order. A court order. Considering the aforesaid aspect, the impugned letter dated 22nd January 2025 of respondent number 4, Pradhan Vilkas Gram Panchayat, is stayed for a period of memo number Bill 517/2024-25 is stayed for a period of vacation 8 weeks or until further order, whichever is earlier. Your respondent number, sir, your respondent number? Respondent number 5 is directed to file affidavit in opposition to the writ petition within a period of 4 weeks, because after vacation 4 weeks. Reply thereto if any be filed within 2 weeks. List this matter after 6 weeks. Under the heading returnable motion. You correct that.
Yes, my lord, immediately will do that, and my lord, affidavit of service also will file in course of today.
Only affidavit of service to file করবে ওটা নিয়ে নেবে।
So grateful.
Next. B.
Lord, I'm extremely grateful that your lordship, considering the urgency of this matter,
Hmm.
the matter today, as my lord, from the impugned notice, my lord, today from 3 p.m. onward, my lord,
They have included me as a party, but they don't serve any
but I have served, maybe he is, my lord, he is not getting the copy, my lord, but I have served. Yesterday I have, my lord, and I also, my lord, yesterday, my lord, I made a prayer for rule 26, my lord, for dispensation of service, because this is a issue relating to, my lord, I am challenging the impugned notice of a panchayat. Now, my lord, today 3 p.m. they are going to, yes, that is my lord, that has already been postponed, but that has not been cancelled, and I have apprehend that during the vacation they may call for a fresh meeting. Now, my lord, what happened? But the petitioner is my lord, is a trustee who runs, my lord, the ashram
আয়োজন করা হয়েছিল উক্ত সভা বিশেষ কারণ
for over a century.
No, what was the meeting to be held on 14th?
That is at page 79. 79 and 80. 79 and 80.
বুধবার মীমাংসা সভা ডাকা হয়েছে। হ্যাঁ। So now what is the urgency? Let them file their affidavits.
But my lord, meanwhile, if they are, my lord, again, my lord, because they have not cancelled the meeting, they are simply postponing. But we apprehend that if during the
Let the meeting be postponed till the matter is heard by this court and the affidavits are
yes, yes.
submit. So you come up with the affidavit. I'm not passing any order. Since you have postponed it, let the matter be heard out.
Yes.
Because for that, there is a serious problem of law and order. The Panchayat has the right, it's a public trust.
But my lord, so far as the right is concerned, my lord, it is a
Complaint, by the Ashramic manner.
Shibayat.
my lord, if a ashramik, if my lord, if a ashramik have a complaint, there is a provision under the Trust Act, because the ashram is run by a trust. Under section 34 of the Trust Act, my lord, there is a provision for, my lord, reconstruction of the trust. They can apply for receiver of the trust. And so far as, my lord, the power and duties of the panchayat, lordship kindly appreciate section 19, 20, 21 and 21A empowers the panchayat, the duties of the panchayat. None of the, my lord, section provides any right to the panchayat to enter into a dispute, alleged dispute of the trustees or within a trust. It is panchayat is
What is your status? You are a
we are
sebayet.
trustees, the life trustees. And there are 3 life trustees. There is no dispute among the life trustees. Now, the respondent number 6, after the death of the Acharya in 2024, respondent number 6 declared himself as a self-proclaimed Mahaguru, and the trustees are now unable to enter into the ashram. We have made prayer for that. We have also informed the police, also informed the SP. Those part will be considered after exchange of affidavit. But what fallen from let them postpone the meeting till the matter is heard out. Lordship fixed any date in the month of June. We are ready for
May I
that.
tell you, madam, I appear for the state. The police authorities have been inflated as a party hearing. And my lord, one of the prayer is police in action. Now, one of the police in action, my lord knows that the determination is totally different. Now, my lord, there are two, my lord, aspects or twofold claim. One is, my lord, the prayer with regarding, my lord, I say, my lord, better I can say that it is with regard to the dispute regarding management of the trust property. It may be a religious trust property, but my lord, regarding management of the trust property, two groups are there. It appears that after the death of, it is according to their version, after the date of main Mohanty, my lord, thereafter, my lord, the present petitioner, he claims that the vice president of the, my lord, the trust, my lord, the mort. And my lord, it appears from the police report that, my lord, the petitioner, my lord, left the premises of the mission and with, my lord, several, my lord, the documents, which are, my lord, the property of the trust. And they are, my lord, practically in a PC that how the mission can be run because of the absence of the petitioner claiming as vice president. At the same time, all relevant records are with him. Now, my lord, it appears from the police report several times, my lord, he was tried to interact with, but after, my lord, several times, my lord, in the last time over telephone, and he is not, my lord, staying there, the petitioner. Now, my lord, my lord, humble submission is this. Now, my lord, so far the management, claiming of management of the trust property, my lord, that cannot be, my lord, the settled by the police authority. And apart from that, police in action, something different. Now, my lord, this is totally, my lord, the matter, my lord, relates to this. That after the, my lord, the death of main Mohanty, who can run the, my lord, the trust? But that is entirely, my lord, the civil
But why
dispute.
the Pradhan is, how the Pradhan is involved in this case?
Serious whatever problem, that is why against the petitioner who is claiming himself as the president,
Because-
which is not
Because the
actually
other
he is
Mohantis,
claiming
they
himself as
approached
the
they approached the police authorities as well as the panchayat so that
on the basis of
so that so that matter can be settled amicably. That is why everybody taking resort to the administration in this way, and
Now,
that is why
now,
the
my lord,
panchayat.
now, my lord, kindly come to paragraph 8 of my writ petition. My lord, the original Mohanty, before my lord, 2014, it was the tradition of the my lord, this Sangha that the original Mohanty appointed my lord, the next Mohanty. Now, in 2014, the original Mohanty created a trust. The 3-person was the trustee. The original Mohanty was there, the present petitioner was there, and another Mohanty was there. Now, my lord, in 2024, my lord, without my lord, declaring the next Mohanty, the original Mohanty died. This is the admitted fact. Now, in 2024, after the death of and my lord, the 2014 trustees, they are the life trustees. Now, my lordship knows very well that once there is a vacancy in that trust, because there is a minimum trustee of should be 3.
How this problem can be settled by way of writ?
No, I am not here for for the management of the trust. I am here the overaction of the panchayat. Now, once the trustee died, there are another new trustee. Trust was prepared and And my lord, this ashram, there are so many ashrams. This is one of the ashram. Now, my lord, this ashram was run by the trustees. There is no dispute among the trustees. Now, if your lordship kindly consider why I am out of the
Several complaints before
ashram,
the police.
kindly consider paragraph number 8 once of my writ petition. Paragraph number
But
8.
how this has to be resolved? Now, the,
My lord, it is my contention in the writ petition that I have not been allowed to enter.
they will allow you.
Well, this respondent number 6, I have given the incident. Paragraph 8, my
Why?
lord, kindly consider.
No, we don't restrain him. We also.
On one hand, you are saying that he is not, he has taken away all the records.
Yes.
He wants to come, you are not allowing. What is the dispute?
And let the dispute is resolved.
So that is
Well,
why
if
So you allow him.
that is why the Panchayat has convened the meeting, Malad.
My lord, dispute can be resolved among the astronomic. My lord, this is not a property related issue. And my lord, all are my lord, the spiritual person. Even I must say, my lord, the respondent number 6 is also is a spiritual person. But the difficulty is, my lord, if they,
But kindly have a look, my lord, only 2 or 3 paragraphs of the police
the
report.
paragraph
That's
8 of
kindly-
my writ petition, I have given the
Paragraph-
specific date and
আমি
incident.
আমি দিচ্ছি
That what happened to my lord, the petitioner.
প্যারাগ্রাফ my lord, just a minute. মানে আমি দিচ্ছি আপনাকে, আমার কাছে 2টো কপি আছে, একটা আপনাকে দিয়ে দিচ্ছি। কেন একটা কপি কোথায়? দিয়ে দাও আমাকে। Paragraph 8 onwards, lordship. Before that, my lord, I think the facts, my lord, that is already, my lord, stated in the writ petition. Paragraph 8 onwards, lordship. That the rivals, though they approached also police authorities, and what they say from paragraph 8 onwards.
Hmm.
দিয়েছো একটা কপি ওনাকে? This Tirkhananda Bombachari is the petitioner.
As far as the financial crisis is concerned, I have equipped with my document. They have printed a new bill boy without the permission of the trust and collecting the money. I have the copy of that. This respondent number 6.
Police has nothing to do. Since the police has
But
been
this is
involved as a party, so we have to file a
That is
report.
the allegation from the barber.
Hmm?
It is the allegation from the barber.
না না আপনার against allegation তো নেই।
No, that is the respondent number 6, Malad.
Since the writ petition has been filed and the learned advocates are before this court, you find out how the matter can be resolved.
Since Mr. Shen is
আমাকে
there,
বলি
my
না,
lord.
আমাকে
Now the meeting is
এটা নিজেদের মধ্যে।
not being held. Now it is postponed. Now in the meantime, you find out how it is to be resolved.
We are ready to resolve.
Hmm.
But not with
আপনাদের আর উনি আছেন
Yes.
প্রাইভেট
if
রেসপন্ডেন্ট।
my learned friend can ready, my lord, I are also ready.
So you tell the date, you can take instruction from your client when you are going to sit before the vacation. Inform him so that he can also come and join the meeting. When?
ওরা নিজেরা বসুন, ঠিকই তো বলেছে।
Or my lord, there are another ashram in
See.
Jampur. My lord, I tell you, lordship, my lord,
I tell you one thing, that since there is a trust, so trust is a body which has to take its own decision.
my lord,
A third party, Pradhan should not come and intervene.
exactly
Now,
what-
why he is intervening? He says that for the peace and tranquility of the locality, application has been made to him. Now he has issued a notice. I say that no, he do not have the authority to do so. Since if you consent that there is a common date, you sit down, come with your records and settle the issue.
my lord, we are ready.
In the month of May 21st.
21st May.
21st May at my lord, the Jamalpur ashram. This is also the ashram, Jamalpur ashram. Because, my lord, because I have given my lord the specific dates. 100 of people they have collected and my lord, they simply thrown away the petitioner from this ashram, and I have made it.
If you see, this sort of orders cannot be passed in a writ.
It is a good-
If you consent to sit down, then I can fix a date on 22nd and you can report what has happened on 21st.
Well, my lord, I can fix the matter on 21st. There should be a meeting up on 21st. And my lord, can you give a direction upon the police? My lord, if such incident happen, they can take appropriate step. And so far as the meeting of the panchayat is concerned, since it has
It
been
is-
postponed, let it be postponed till the disposal of the matter.
Affidavit of
Police
service.
can take step only, my lord, if it is reported to the police
Yes,
by any
absolutely,
party, then-
absolutely,
and just to maintain law and order and nothing more than.
absolutely.
Affidavit of service filed on behalf of the petition is taken on record. The petitioner, learned senior advocate appearing for the petitioner, contains that the petitioner is life trustee, is a life trustee. Petitioner, he says so, sir, he says.
Then I can.
Petitioner claiming as vice
Petitioner-
president.
Petitioner is the, okay, calm down.
Vice president.
Sir, you are for Pradhan.
আপনি
No,
প্রধান-
this is the reason I come before this court. This is the reason.
You are Pradhan.
Only see, my lord,
Petitioner submits that he is the vice president of
He is a-
which
yes, yes,
which
vice
trust this is?
president. Claiming vice president.
Of Uttam Ashram Seva Sangha Trust.
my lord,
The-
page 25, life trustee.
And life trustee.
Sir.
The other trustees,
P1.
mainly respondent, particularly respond number 6, is not allowing the petitioner to enter the premises of the trust. The Pradhan, in order to negotiate, has issued a notice for holding a meeting on 14th May 2025, that is today. Which is beyond his authority. Hence this writ petition.
Yeah.
Learned advocate representing respondent number 4, no, respondent number 2 and
জজ সাহেব অন্য কথা বলতে যাচ্ছিলেন চুপ করুন আপনারা এত কথা বলেন কেন
2 and 3 submits that such meeting which is scheduled to be held today has been postponed. Upon hearing the parties, it is found that the matters needs to be settled by way of a meeting. The learned advocates representing the petitioner as well as respondent number 6 consents to have a meeting of the members of the trust on
There are only 3 members of the trustee. Kindly, my lord, restrict it among the brahmachari, the ashramic, and my lord, the members of the trustee.
among the ashramis and members of the trustees
Brahmachari.
on 21st at ashramis and what are the
And the members of the trustee.
and the
They are
members
also
of,
ashramic, but there are
members of the trustee on 21st May 2025 at which
উত্তম আশ্রম
at Uttam Ashram,
উত্তম আশ্রম উত্তম আশ্রম ঠিক আছে
Dumurdaho, Uttam Ashram at Dumurdaho Police Station, Balagad, District Hooghly. The local police station
My lord, is it
is directed to
to record that I have filed the report?
a report filed by the state is taken on record. Local police station is directed to assist in such meeting if any application is filed before it.
Well, only in respect to maintain law and order.
In respect of maintaining law and order. But then if the learned advocates are there, then there is a possibility of the law and order being
I do not know. Well, because
petitioner and respond number 6 can say.
because it is on the basis of their prayer. It is not our prayer.
তাই থাক।
It is on the basis of their prayer.
Extend assistance করে দেয়। Extend assistance in case an application is being filed by either of the parties.
Great.
List this matter on 22nd May.
My lord, the concerned police authority shall be informed about the time and place of the
Parties are at liberty to inform the local police station regarding the date and time of the
The
meeting.
date has already been fixed. You
না,
know,
even date and time টা তো বলতে
time
হবে।
4 p.m. এখনই হয়ে
সেটা
যাবে।
আমাদের কমিউনিকেট
State, you communicate to the state.
করতেই হবে, এটা অফিসিয়াল রেকর্ড হতে হবে,
Grateful.
জিডি এন্ট্রি হবে।
I'm keeping this on record.
And my lord,
Deployment এ কিছু নেই.
it
Assistance
will appear on the 22nd at the top.
22nd. 22nd to be mentioned. To be mentioned এরকম। কি হয়েছে গো?
ডক্টর লাল।
এটা ঠিক আছে। Yes, Mr. Chatterjee.
The IPF with the alleged container, if you kindly remember, he says some portions of the
That has been removed.
it has not been removed because he has just now handed over a list to me.
Oh,
the name of the person, Lordship, that directed to me to find out the name of the person. I have annexed the stage map, Lordship's judgment, it has been reflected.
Mr. Mukherjee and upon applying this 6 specify the acha.
On today,
Acha.
Rule
Done it.
that there is nothing, my lord will kindly post the matter 2 weeks or 3 weeks after vacation, my lord, I'll come back.
Mr. Kamal Misro, learned advocate for the applicant, files the list of the structures in terms of order dated 22nd April 2025, which is taken on record, copy served. Mr. Nilotpal Chatterjee, learned advocate representing the alleged container number 1, seeks accommodation to file a report in respect of the aforesaid stop. List this matter. বলো 23rd এর পরে
Weeks after vacation, my lord will kindly post it.
place it on 25th June.
June, my lord.
Yes,
I'm grateful, my lord.
25th
in the
June.
meantime, my learned friend will
Yes, Mr. Mishra. What is it?
If there is something,
Sorry,
we'll take
Doctor.
steps in the meantime.
in the
My lord,
meantime,
order,
we
my
will
lord,
take
we
an
have to honor. my lord.
They are removing, but if something is left, let them come up with a report. We'll see.
We are grateful, my lord.
No, 49, my lord, I am for the state.
My lord, I am appearing for the petitioner, my lord. I have received instruction.
Instruction.
My lord, verbal instruction.
Learned advocate for the petitioner submits that the matter has been amicably settled between the parties. The petitioner does not intend to proceed further with the writ petition. You are the advocate on record? What is your name? Siddhartha Ghosh. The নামটা নিয়ে নাও। State is represented. In view of such submissions, the writ petition stands dismissed as withdrawn.
এই নাম দিয়ে দিছি।
The earlier occasion, the matter was taken up, Lordship. There is difference in the services, Lordship. Then after we attempt face service, Lordship, upon the respondent. Now, Lordship, that has been done. The Panchayat Pradhan has already received the copy of the writ petition, Lordship. Now, so far my writ application is concerned, Lordship. I made a representation to the Pradhan. And so far the construction is concerned, it's regarding the unauthorized construction. A construction has been made by the private respondent on a property, Lordship, that has been classified as Danga. And without any, without changing the nature of the property, Lordship, the construction has been taken place. That is my allegation, Lordship. I made the representation to the concerned Gram Pradhan. Lordship, Pradhan is the authority to take appropriate steps in terms of my complaint, Lordship, that has not been taken yet, Lordship. Then the direction may be given to the Pradhan to consider my representation and necessary order may be passed, Lordship. If find that it is illegal, Lordship, then the appropriate steps should be taken, Lordship. In earlier occasion, several occasions, the matter was taken up by the coordinate bench, and coordinate bench was asked me for a order, Lordship, that coordinate bench has passed. I have carried the order, Lordship, but your Lordship,
156. Ashun.
as your
Affidavit of
Lordship
service
will-
filed on behalf of the petitioner is taken on record. This writ petition has been filed. Accused. Who is an accused person?
Lordship,
Who is accused?
Lordship, it's to the Pradhan, Lordship, that it's so it is stated as accused, but Lordship, this person is constructive, Lordship. The Panchayat will not consider. Yes, Lordship. Let the representative may consider that whether the construction
But
is
how come he is an accused? Why
Lordship,
do you use the term accused person?
Lordship, that is that the communication has been made by the my client, Lordship. I beg pardon for that, Lordship. It has been stated wrongly, Lordship. Because he has made the complaint before the concerned Pradhan, it cannot be stated as accused, Lordship. The alleged construction made by the private respondent.
এটা কি accused বানিয়ে না ঠিক? বলুন affidavit of service? Seeking direction upon the respondent authorities for demolition of the illegal construction undertaken by private respondents have been served. No?
Lordship, in earlier occasion, private respondent has been served,
Served.
and presently, Lordship, I have served, but tag report says that till not served, Lordship. That is with me, Lordship, because I can't provide the because tag report is showing that is not served till date for the private respondent, Lordship. But Panchayat is the assigning respondent, it has served upon the Panchayat, Lordship. Let the direction be given to the Panchayat, Pradhan. With me, Lordship. It is not in the Lordship. I have find the tag report, it is not till not served. Lordship. So I kept with me, Lordship.
The track concern report in essence has not been annexed to the private respondent has to be served. No?
Yes, your Lordship, but so far the delivery tag report is
Sure.
concerned, Lordship, it not be
করা
served.
যাবে না।
If Lordship desire, Lordship, then one
Who is this private respondent? It is found that affidavit of service, huh?
respondent number 6, Lordship.
Affidavit, no. Affidavit of service filed on behalf of the petition is taken on record. It is found that service upon the Pradhan, respondent number 4, Pradhan Gar Bhavanipur, Sonatala Gram Panchayat, has been served. However, service upon the private respondent has not been effected. Petitioner is directed to serve only one.
Only one private respondent.
Is directed to serve upon the private respondent number 6 and file affidavit of service to registered speed post with acknowledgement due and file affidavit of service on the returnable date.
After 1 week, Lordship.
1 week পরে the vacation হয়ে যাবে জুনে রাখো is this matter a state is represented জুনে প্রথমের দিকে দিয়ে দাও ওপেনিং এর পরে দিয়ে দাও তবে দেখো না ওপেনিং এর পরে দিয়ে দাও হ্যাঁ 12 জুন
I beg to appear on behalf of the petitioner. Lordship, I checked the we attempted to service to the all concerned parties, Lordship, but so far the delivery is concerned, Lordship, that one is item dispatch, Lordship. I will come back tomorrow, Lordship, with the acknowledgement. Not today only, Lordship.
not today
Then copy the
Then
Private respondent already appeared other day. Till today, I have checked on a postal tag report. Till today, I have not been delivered. I said, that a particular authentic, again I said, and till today, the postal service says that whether it is delivered or not, no report.
tomorrow, then
Otherwise, the delivered has not been postal tag report.
Mr.
But this is
Mr.
the but
Tapas Kumar
it is very
Bhattacharya,
clear.
learned advocate for the petitioner, submits that in terms of order dated 22nd April 2025,
I said on
the notice has been sent to respond number 3 and 4 through registered speed post with acknowledgement due. However,
My lord, I am appearing on behalf of state respondents. 52.
a state is Mr. Basu is here.
No, my lord, Pradhan I am not representing. 52, I am
Now
only.
he is required. Pradhan's service is required.
So, my lord, subject to your lordship's approval, if there is any representation, let that be considered by the Pradhan in accordance with law. After giving opportunity of hearing to all the parties.
Respondent has made construction on the land. I
If-
did complain also to Pradhan. Pradhan did not take any step.
Page 58 is the complaint. Lordship kindly send it before the Pradhan. 58. Last complaint 58.
58. That complaint.
ঠিক আছে।
According to section 20 of the Panchayat Act.
Pradhan.
$58.
Where is the postal receipt? Postal receipt. The Calcutta affidavit code the end to the whole year.
Tag report for us till today not delivered.
Mr. Taposh, কি বললাম?
My lord, only one thing before your lordship starts dictating order. Lordship may kindly have a look. My lord, it's a litigation pending since long. 2012, page 44, 46, my lord, subject to your lordship's approval. My lord, probably the hearing
But I'm
of the
submitting.
private respondents may be necessary, my
But
lord.
I'm submitting.
I leave it to your lordship.
But
my
there is a meeting in the suit.
এটা কমপ্লিট করে আসুক না সার্ভিসটা। Let the Pradhan be served. Let him come back with it. আগেটা যা ছিল তাই করুন তো।
My lord, my lord.
But there's a suit. Suit for declaration time and power injunction. And appeal is
হ্যাঁ,
pending
Mr.
here.
Taposh Bhattacharya, learned advocate for the petitioner, submits that in terms of order dated 22nd April 2025, he has already sent notice to respond number 3 and 4. However, the service could not be effected as yet. He seeks accommodation to file affidavit of service annexing the track consignment report.
But keep it next week. Most probably by this week.
Private respondent is unrepresented.
Private respondent already appeared other day.
Today he is not represented.
Please,
Learned advocate for the petition is ready to serve a notice,
very difficult to find out the search of the advocate nowadays.
but for you it is easy.
Only there is
Huh.
no bar as business.
Di-
I cannot
Directed to serve a notice upon the learned advocate representing private respondents, intimating the next date of hearing.
to the private
26.
respondent also.
Not to the private, to the learned advocate. Give a notice that on such date it will appear for.
That is the difficulty nowadays.
Why you are not finding him?
In which variation I
Happy.
don't know. Now, previously that was the letter is sent to the lawyers of petitioner. Is I am appeared as instructed to appear. If you mention the matter, kindly serve notice.
Kindly do that.
Matter থাকবে কবে?
Kindly do
দিয়েছি
that,
আমার
হ্যাঁ।
appearance। থাকবে কবে?
20
As a
21 yes 21st
21st of June. Next week, my lord.
21st. 22nd.
Me-
27. আরে মে মাসে তো বলছি।
no,
জলপাইগুড়ি তোমার কাছে 27?
then you miss the bus
No,
because 22nd I'll be taking out 25 matters.
then 21st years my junior. There's no problem. I can number that.
My lord, I am for the state respondent.
None appears on behalf of the petitioner, nor any accommodation has been sought for. State is represented. On previous date, that is 22nd April 2025, the petitioner failed to appear. In view of the above, the writ petition being number WPA number 1386 of 2024 stands dismissed for default. All connected applications will interim order certificate. বলে দিয়েছো 3টে 3:30 পরে নেবো আমি হ্যাঁ সে ডিক্লেয়ার বিকজ পিপল আর ওয়েটিং 3:30 তে কারোর কিছু আছে তাহলে ওগুলোকে ডেট দেবো Sir, anybody is waiting to conduct any case after 3:30 because I have some work. I have to rise at 3:30. So, 3:30 ম্যাটার গুলোকে একটু তুমি পোস্ট করো নেক্সট উইকে আর যারা 4 PM কালকে থাকবে ঠিক আছে ঠিক আছে কালকে ওই সেম পজিশনে আসবে ওদের ম্যাটার গুলো ঠিক আছে tomorrow I will take it up sir excuse me for today because I have some work so tomorrow 3:30 same position yes and day after আমি নেক্সট রিটার্নেবলটা কবে নিচ্ছি ওনারটা দাও মানডেতে দেখো মানডে দেখো 19th
কালকে একই পজিশন কালকে একই পজিশন
tomorrow এবার চলো মোশন এর বলবে তো
I appear for the petition. We are for the state, my lord.
বললাম তো বলে দিতে yes
It's my affidavit of service.
who is for the state
We are for the state, both of us.
all have been served
All have been served, Lordship.
you are for
Both of them. My lord, report hasn't come, my lord. I'm handing over the report, my lord.
what is this case his case is
Involves a very short question, Lordship. A recent order has been passed under a repealed provision.
repealed
A repealed provision. May I, in a very short way, and just may I submit the context, Lordship?
okay what is the order passed
No.
hey
Lordship, make a
just ওই যেটা 4 PM এ যেটা আছে ম্যাটারটা ওর যে পিটিশনার কালকে আসবে ওটা ঠিক আছে ওকে একটু ইন্টিমেট করে দেবেন ইয়েস স্যার
Lordship, the recent order is in page 116.
this is passed pursuant to the order passed by this court
By this court. Lordship may come to page number 23 first. That's the order of the court. Under a review application. I'm not placing the entire order. My lord may straight away come to page 24. The second paragraph. The review applicant seeks compensation on account of losses suffered by him. It appears that the petitioner is yet to raise any demand before the block development officer seeking compensation on account of losses suffered by him. It will be open for the review applicant to file appropriate representation before the block development officer along with all records in support of his claim of suffering huge losses. In the event such representation is filed, the same shall be considered by the block development officer in accordance with law after giving a reasonable opportunity of hearing to all the necessary parties and by passing a reasoned order within a period of 8 weeks from the date of receipt of representation. A reasoned order shall be passed and communicated to all parties. My representation was given, hearing was done, then the reasoned order, which is in page 116. It was communicated by page 115 is the communication and 116 contains the reasoned order.
Yes.
In the reasoned order, Lordship, why I say it is under a repealed provision, Lordship would kindly come to the third last para of the reasoned order.
Yes.
Whereas the ferryghat is managed and controlled by Murshidabad Jiaganj Panchayat Shamiti and the Ortho Sanstha Unnayon o Prokolpo Sthai Shamiti of the Panchayat Shamiti had taken a resolution dated such and such regarding non-payment of any compensation to the petitioner in the interest of Panchayat Shamiti, as the leaseholder had to incur necessary capital expenditure in the interest of his business as well as recurring expenses for the 2 months period of the time for which the ferryghat was in his possession. And next para, whereas the block development officer, being the executive officer of the Panchayat Shamiti, is responsible for taking necessary action on the decisions arrived at in the meetings of the Panchayat Shamiti in terms, my lord, in terms of sub-rule 1 of rule 3 of West Bengal Panchayat, powers, functions and duties of the executive officer and the secretary of Panchayat Shamiti rules 1979. Lordship, this has been repealed. This has been repealed back in 2008. I take to Lordship. Lordship, this is the new rules.
Which section?
Lordship, would kindly pardon me. I have only annexed the first page where on the notification is given from which it is coming to effect, and the relevant provision which I am going to rely. The in the third page, Lordship, contains the notification giving it effect from 2008, and if Lordship comes to the last page, Rule 99, repeal and savings. On the coming into force of these rules, the West Bengal Panchayat powers, functions and duties of the executive officer and the secretary of the Panchayat Shamiti rules 1979, the West Bengal Panchayat Shamiti administration rules 1984 and the provisions of West Bengal Jila Parishad election constitution and administration rules 1964 insofar as they relate to Anchalik Parishad or the Panchayat Shamiti shall stand repealed. This is an order admittedly passed in the year 2023. 23, Lordship. Reason. Under a rule which has been repealed in 2008.
Now, which is the act? Now he has to pass order in respect of these rules.
These rules, the reasoned order has been passed.
Now he is to pass order in terms of this 2008 rules.
2008 rules. It has been passed under 1979 rules.
Next টেবিলে রেখে দাও তো আমি 24 কবে নেব? This is of 24.
Item 54. 54.
24 টা কবে নিচ্ছি মোশনে? কবে নেব মোশন? মঙ্গলবার টপে দিয়ে দাও। মঙ্গলবার দিন রেখে টপে রেখে দাও। Please stay 20th top. On 20th I pass on. এখন দিয়ে দিই, ওদিনে দিয়ে দাও।
But has to be mentioned. Has to be mentioned.
No, it will appear on top.
Minor.
Under the heading motion.
No, report has been filed, my lord.
You take it back on that day I will decide.